As clergy and lay leaders called to provide pastoral care, we may encounter survivors and perpetrators of domestic violence within our congregations. In fact, since it is estimated that 1 in 3 congregants of all faith traditions will have some form of experience with domestic violence, such encounters are highly likely. Yet unless we bring up the topic ourselves, victims and survivors may not feel safe enough to approach us and may feel even more isolated and alone. Although public awareness around domestic violence is growing, many of us do not have the training or experience to respond adequately. Referrals to community resources are vital, but as clergy, we also need to be able to respond effectively, to make referrals to appropriate community resources, and to help those involved, both the survivor and the abuser, to address their concerns about religious issues. Our faith traditions can be a source of healing and justice for families hurt by domestic violence. We can be their guide back to connecting with that faith, to understanding their rights or responsibilities, and to finding wholeness at a time when their relationships have been broken. The following role-play vignettes are training tools for those who seek to develop pastoral care skills to address domestic violence. This is not intended to be a resource that stands alone. We strongly suggest that you use this resource as a second step, following basic training in domestic violence and the use of other FaithTrust Institute videos. The case studies that you are about to see include pastoral care vignettes with both survivors and abusers. The clergy in these case studies are acting in their professional capacities. Biographical information on the clergy is included elsewhere on this DVD. The survivors and abusers are portrayed by actors. All events, names, characters, and incidents portrayed in this video are entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or to actual events is unintended and purely coincidental. Note that while these vignettes use actors, they are not scripted. They are improvised role plays. The responses by the clergy reflect each clergy person's approach. They are not presented necessarily as the ideal response to the situations portrayed, but rather as a starting point for discussion and learning. The vignettes represent various faith traditions, including evangelical Christian, Jewish, Protestant, and Roman Catholic. Different issues and concerns are raised in each vignette, offering important lessons to all those who seek to develop pastoral care skills, regardless of movement or denomination. While each scenario may use language specific to that faith tradition, the goals and values will often be similar. This resource works most effectively when all the vignettes are seen together.